this to all our young black men. Like, yo, y'all are our warriors. Y'all are our future soldiers. Y'all are our future engineers and doctors and everything. Stop dying so early, man. I'm telling you, all
Stop
that bullshit, smoking on this one on the pack, and y'all want to just run down with your poo shiesties and shoot everybody up. Like, dogs, like, we don't have to kill each other, man.
Hood pass, tap in, don't miss. Welcome to the realm where the game sound rich. Hosted by the queen, that's Miss Platinum lit. Every single word from her tongue, that's a brick. Future in the chat, we align, that's a code. Knowledge in the bag, every gym on the road. Newborn on the board, let the whole world know. Turn the volume up, let the platinum brain glow. Platinum hood pass, tap in, don't miss.
That's me, y'all. What up, what up, what up? We here on the Platinum Hood Pass podcast. Y'all already know. It's your girl, Platinum. We here, Southside Jamaica Queen.
Yeah.
Got my boy, World Grind Hard TV. You know.
You here, yo. Thank you for having me, first off. First and foremost, I like to thank you for having me on the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've got a lot of history together.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And before we start off, I just want to say thank you for choosing me, because when you was getting everything together, before you even had your podcast, and you was putting some things together to, like, push a couple artists under your umbrella, I was one of them. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I appreciate that, and thank you. And I'm happy that you got your podcast and everything going, and I'm on your show right now as one of your guests. So it's a pleasure to be here with family, you know?
Thank you so much. You know what's so interesting is that you're used to doing the interview.
Yes. so I'm going to just sit here and answer your questions.
Yeah. So this is what's so good about it, because you even when I came on your show, and I co-hosted with you that time, remember?
Yes, you did.
It was so great, and we had Mary J. Blige's sister on there with us.
Yep, shout out to her.
What's her name? I forgot her name. She had like a cute little name.
I forgot.
Hate that I forget her name.
But she's still doing her thing, because she was
Nelly,
networking. Nelly, I think it was Nelly,
Yeah, her little sister, Mary J. Blige's little sister.
Sexy, thick self.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
we had a nice time. Yeah, we had a nice time. Word. And, you know, that was good. But, yeah, you're usually the one doing the interview.
Yes,
and so I said, this time I'm going to call my boy World out to interview you.
Yes, I appreciate that.
So, you know, first of all, where are you from?
I'm from Queens. Well, I was born in Brooklyn. Let's clear that up, because everybody, all my Brooklyn niggas be like, yo, son, you be repping Queens so hard. I grew up in Queens. I moved to Queens when I was like 8. And
like me?
Yes.
Same exact age?
Correct.
What part of Brooklyn?
Brownsville.
Okay,
you know
I was in East New York.
So I grew up in Brownsville up until I was 8. Well, in between my birth and 8, I was moving around with a lot of different family members, because, you know, we had our apartment on 912 Saratoga, and we lived on Watkin Street, we lived on Marion Street, and then we lived with a bunch of family members, and, you know, we was like the black sheep of the family. My mom, she was a young mom with 4 kids, so she was struggling. None of us knew our pops and all of that, so we was running around. So when we moved to Queens, we moved to the Travelers Hotel. It was a shelter type / welfare hotel, and it happens to be in East Elmhurst, Queens. Okay. And East Elmhurst, Queens, at that time when we moved, it was like 82, I think. Yeah, it was 82. Yeah, I was 8 in 82. Yeah, that's when y'all know my age. And that neighborhood just happened to be a neighborhood full of like rappers. Like who? Kid in Place, Salt and Pepper, Coogee Rap, Beat Nuts, Kwame, DJ Polo, Coogee Rapping Polo, just so many. Got Eric B, lived right down the block from my elementary school. Wow. And he would bring out Rakim all the time. And my guy Sonny, y'all probably know him as Hassan now. He used to bring LL and all of the rappers through, because he was very heavy in the game. You know what I mean? Like, and
Hassan, right?
Hassan, yeah. So he lived in my building. We from the Bond building, and his cousin Pat used to work at Mercury Records, and me and his cousin Nut, which is Hassan's brother, they always celebrate their birthdays together in December. Me and Nut was like this. I was like his little young homie. Wow. He was my OG, and he would take me to all of the concerts. So I didn't see Naughty by Nature, Black Sheep, Queen Latifah, all these performances, like rolling with the entourage and shit like that.
And this is when you're how old?
I was a little kid. I was like maybe 12.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, for instance, when Fresh Fest happened in the Nassau Coliseum and all that, Eric B chartered a bus for all of the neighborhood kids to go. Like
Well,
that's
from your neighborhood,
from
East
neighborhood
Elmhurst.
East
Oh, wow.
Elmhurst, because he was from Eric B's from over there.
Yeah.
So he chartered a bus, and I was like, oh, I'm going. And my mom was just like, oh, you too young, you can't get on that bus without no adult supervision. I'm like, hold up, but it's mad kids going. What you mean?
Right.
She was like, nah, you can't go. I was devastated over that,
man.
and I didn't never go. And then look, Fresh Fest is in the history of hip hop.
Yes,
Jermaine
yes.
Dupri was a little kid there doing this thing, and I was invited to go through Eric B chartering a bus to go to that shit.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of staple hip hop, epic times in hip hop that I was a part of or been there, or it's a 6 degree of separation.
Yeah,
of
likewise,
me being
likewise.
there. You know what I'm saying? Like when Suge said that shit on stage, yo, if niggas don't want people dancing all in it, I was in front of the stage at that shit that day.
Mine was, I was in front of I was in, not in front, but I was like, maybe like right up here when R. Kelly was, when we was, him and Jay.
Oh yeah, when somebody pulled out the gun or whatever.
Yeah, me and my girl buddy, we was right there, and he was like, he got scared. He looked down at. I said, "Well, I'm usually like, I'm like that as well." I told you I was like that day on the Ave.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I stepped in Jamaica Avenue, in the Coliseum block in 1984.
Right.
The first day it opened.
I was 10.
I stepped in there on January 29th, 2026, unbeknownst to myself that was the last day.
Wow.
And I went there to go get my change from Benny.
Yo, we all go there for, my jewelry come from there. My wedding band comes from Benny.
Yeah.
Like this come from Sal. Yo, it's mad shit going on with Coliseum, and a lot of people don't understand how important that was.
Let's
but
talk
now,
about that for a minute. Let's talk about the Coliseum block, the Coliseum, Jamaica Avenue itself.
Yeah.
And how imperative and how important that is, not only to myself, somebody from Southside Jamaica, Queens, but for our hip hop culture.
Yo, hip hop culture,
culture.
like I say in one of my new songs, hip hop's my religion, y'all.
Yeah.
Like we live and die for this shit. Like, obviously, you see us mad rappers dying over this hip hop shit. So motherfuckers is living and dying for this shit. So people is like cherishing hip hop more than their own religion. Like this is people's religion right here.
Yeah.
Hip hop is a lifestyle. It's everything. You know what I'm saying? Like
really
from fashion to the way we speak, the way we talk.
Right.
And there's generations of people that have generational wealth off of hip hop, or building stuff off of hip hop. So this is bigger than what people think. And I was around from the beginning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
All of us from our generation.
Yes.
A lot of people don't understand.
But our generation is the beginning.
We began and started that. Everything that's going on right now, it might be going on a little differently,
right?
Because of course it's evolved,
right? And then it's in the different regions, and plus it's a whole different generation,
right?
Like these young kids now, the young YNs and stuff,
oh
they totally different, but it's still hip hop.
Yeah,
because I like a lot of the drill stuff. I just don't like when they be like suck my, you know what I mean? We curse on here.
I think we curse.
Get me? Oh no, okay.
Well, I curse.
Look, they always be saying SMD, and you know what I'm saying, doing wild
Somebody
shit.
just sent me something that said STU. I'm like, what is that? Is that shut the fuck up? Is that shut up? STU?
Shut up.
Stop talking up. I have no idea what STU
It be so many little abbreviations of words. I'm like, yo, my son be texting me because my son he'll be 18.
Okay.
The Hoff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he be texting me and shit, and then he'll text me a whole bunch of letters, and I'll be like, yo, what does that mean? And he'll be like, damn, dad, and then he'll text me, tell me what it means. But I gotta learn from my kids some of the stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I'm outside, I'm in the street, but these youth, they got a whole nother realm of them.
They got a whole different language. They have a whole different way that they communicate.
Facts.
They're nothing like we was growing up.
At all.
Nothing. And then they try to diss us a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, my kids always trying to diss me and stuff. But then when they come out with me and then they see how much respect that I got,
then they change it.
Yeah, then they change it. But you know what? Our kids are our kids. They're not gonna look at us like other outsiders. They're gonna look at us. Oh, that's my dad. He's whatever.
Right. You only have one son?
I got two. Well, I got two biologically, but I got a few. You know what I'm saying? Like
that you claim
that I've claimed and raised and stuff like that.
That's all right.
But biologically, the Hoffs. Because when I say the Hoffs, that means heads of the household. I'm speaking on my biological children.
Right.
The one that's going to carry my legacy on. They're my fruit of my loin.
That's right.
That's what I'm talking about. That's serious and that's important.
That's very important.
Legacy is important.
It's very important.
You could be with somebody and help raise the kids. Yeah, you love that child and everything, but ultimately that child is not your bloodline.
Wow.
Just know that.
Let me ask you something off that, a little off the subject about that. How do you feel about segregation when it first started How
As
did
far
you
as
feel
like
about-
with black
as-
people and stuff,
yes, yes.
I felt like we should have stayed segregated.
Oh,
the only
wow.
reason why we couldn't
Wow.
stay segregated because white people was so mad that we were doing well without them that they went and bombed and destroyed everything we had.
That's
so we
right.
had to kind of like play devil's advocate and play cool with them and coy so they wouldn't destroy what we was building.
Right.
It's so many different towns and cities that were doing well without white people at all.
At all. And the
At
thing,
all.
we had our own everything. We had our own lawyers,
Banks.
our own doctors, our own
Banks,
bankers,
hospitals,
our
schools,
nurses, our own teachers,
supermarkets,
our own supermarket
everything,
owners,
farms.
everything. People that we damn near designed everything and invented everything
I ain't even gonna hold
anyway.
you. Platinum
So,
Plus, if I could be an activist
Right.
as angry as I am about what happened to my peoples.
Right.
But
I used to say that if I was
But-
activist, they would if I was any kind of political leader, they would have assassinated me.
exactly. So,
So,
there you go. That
definitely,
says
yeah,
it all.
yeah,
I ain't.
yeah.
I don't like to really speak on it a lot because
Yeah.
when I do, I get angry and frustrated.
Right,
you know
but
what I'm
when you
saying?
said that about your son and your lineage, I found that interesting because
Yeah.
I was having a conversation with someone about the segregation, and they said absolutely the same thing that you said, and I
It's
found
real.
it interesting. But we also spoke on the different levels of African American people. Unfortunately, how they also separated inside and within
Yes,
the culture.
because a lot of all of our ancestors that came to America as slaves,
Right.
they were sold by other black people.
Correct.
From Nigeria and Africa
Correct.
and different parts. They were sold as here, take them. Y'all gonna go to this other land and be good, but they didn't know that they were being sold as property.
Right.
And I'm very upset about how it went, but if it didn't go that way, would we be here right now doing
Right.
what we doing? Would hip hop have been invented from the
Right.
poverty that our peoples went through?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot. It's a 6 degrees of separation for everything, but I'm definitely not happy with how our people were treated, but it's a means to an end.
Right.
Like it gave us hip hop.
Right.
All of that, the hard times and everything that we went through, but throughout that, from them separating our black families, giving the welfare to the mothers, telling them no dads could be around,
Right.
and all of that. Like it was harsh and horrible and savagery the way we were treated, our peoples were treated. You know what I'm saying? And I'm totally against that. So
What about now with the way that we're living today? Now with all of the, still so much black on black crime.
Yes.
Still so many, black people killing one another. I mean, when are they going to stop and say, listen, it's enough already?
I think-
How come our hip hop culture wasn't strong enough to bring us together like it has brought other cultures together?
I want to tell you, and I'm going to speak on that right now.
Please do.
You know why I think that hip hop can't bring it together no more?
Mm-hmm.
Because the imagery that the masses and the higher ups put out there was destruction of us. That secret meeting that they said that they had back in the days
Mm-hmm.
about, we're not promoting this positive hip hop, the Daisy Age and
Right.
and the Jungle Brothers and all of that, the stuff. What was the groups that was singing that? Hey,
Yeah,
all
that
of the
was
positive.
the
that
60s. That was the
once Eazy-E and that a Jewish man put out that NWA shit about fuck the police. All right, that was a message saying fuck the police, but that was the beginning of saying we only going to promote this type of music.
Right.
The wreckage of the community and
Well,
everything.
that was another plan. They were strategic on that
Exactly.
as well.
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
they
was
did
a
that
strategic
purposely.
plan.
They
That's
was like,
right.
we don't want to put out that good
Right.
unified hip hop. We want to put out the destruction.
Right.
So people could complain and say, "Oh, we don't want that music out there." Yeah, it was giving a message on how we were treated in the community, but yet they put that music out there and put it on the forefront to perpetuate the crime because a lot of these industry executives, they were all investing in private jails.
Right.
And they had to fill them jails up.
Oh, yeah.
So how they going to fill them jails up? By perpetuating crime and
Right.
murder.
Right.
And even if it's in the lyrics, because words are spells. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Absolutely.
when you speak that out there,
That's right.
it's what it is.
Absolutely.
So they knew. Like, I ain't going to front. White people, like, they were kind of smart with how they fucking bamboozled our people.
Listen, I feel that the segregation was also a setup.
that was the main-
I feel that was the biggest setup.
You know why? Because it was said that Martin and Malcolm, they had a little beef.
Right.
And it was because Malcolm X didn't like the fact that Martin was trying to bring everybody together.
Correct.
He was like, nah.
Right. Remember, he
we
was by
supposed to
any
be-
means necessary. That's
Any means
right.
necessary. It's
That's
for our
right.
peoples.
For our people
but when,
only.
when Martin started speaking about the economics of it, and
Correct.
we want our money, but we also got to work together with y'all and stuff like that.
Right.
Malcolm X wasn't jacking that.
Right. Well, that's where the separation also came from, but people wasn't smart enough to see that either back then.
Right.
And that's basically what it was. It was showing the different classes, I think, of the black people.
Right.
And even today, we still have that today.
All right, like from the question that you asked, you said, "What do I think about segregation?" Do Jewish people have a problem with segregation? Hell no, because they have their own communities.
That's correct.
Like
That's
if you go to Marcy houses in Brooklyn, everybody know about Marcy because Jay-Z's from Marcy.
Right.
But right across the street from Marcy is a whole Jewish community.
complete Jewish
And when COVID was going on, they didn't abide by nothing this government was saying.
What?
I know because I was out there.
Right.
Yo.
Right.
They didn't care. They had their schools open. They had a whole bunch of kids playing in their gated schools with their school buses picking the kids up. All of their businesses on the strips out there was open. That COVID stuff didn't mean nothing to them. And they're all segregated within themselves in communities where there's other nationalities. So segregation is working fine for them.
Yes, it is.
Because they raping the system.
Ooh, they tight.
Aside from them doing all these businesses and keeping it within themselves because their lineage, like I said, they also are milking the welfare system.
Oh, yes, they are.
A lot of them are married in their country and they're here acting like they're not married and their wives are having 7 to 10 kids, getting super duper welfare, and the apartment that they claim and they live in is in a mansion.
That's right.
And that's a fact.
It's a fact.
When y'all go to all of these fucking areas and y'all see these Jewish areas and they got big giant mansions where you feel like, yo, where the fuck they getting all this money from now, these mansions? There's a lot of families living in the mansions that are on welfare.
Because let me tell you something about the Jewish community. If they have someone in their community that are on drugs or need help, they are going to the rabbi and the rabbi is helping them. You think the rabbi going to tell them, no, go to the rehab? No,
Hell
we got
no.
you.
Yep.
We got you.
They're going to have their own rehab center.
They going to make sure we pay your rent. Because they don't want you to lose that house.
Nope.
That's in that community.
Nope.
They're going to make sure that house stays in that community.
That's a fact. And I hope Jewish people listening to this because we know what y'all doing.
Oh, definitely.
We know about y'all scams.
All the
we
time.
know.
And they rule.
But then they'll say,
and
oh,
disrespectful.
black people, tighten your bootstraps up and get yourself together and get off welfare. But you have these rich people that's milking the shit out of that system.
Yes, they are.
So
Yes,
why the
they
fuck
are.
is we getting looked down upon on something that was pushed on us to divide us?
That's right, and to
but
keep
now
us down.
white people, Jewish people are doing that and they're milking. If you go on YouTube right now and you look up a community upstate of Jewish community where everyone's on welfare, you'll be just flabbergasted on how these people are milking this system.
Oh, you should see them upstate New York when they're walking around the town and they intimidate the jails. They go in masses.
They stick together.
Yes, they do. And they go there. They want to buy the jails. They want to, which is, no problem.
And let's not
with us.
forget that a lot of them is like finagling old senior citizens out of their homes too.
Yeah,
They're
not letting nobody get those houses.
They buying up
They're
stuff.
not playing. They're
They're
playing.
buying up stuff like how everybody in our black community, we want to buy clothes and jewelry and cars and all of that. Well, they're buying up the real estate, and that's how they're doing it. And I'm gonna speak on that too because I had plenty opportunities to buy a home or get into real estate. That's just not what I'm interested in.
Right.
I'm interested in other things. You know what I'm saying? There's
Right,
other
that's
ways to get
okay.
wealthy. You don't have to just get real estate to do it. But the fact of the matter is they know that owning that house or that land or whatever, that's some real equity right
That's
there.
right.
You really
They
could do
understand it.
a lot and then take loans off of that and stuff like that. Because
Right.
that whole credit thing that we going through, that's a whole Jewish thing. If y'all, whoever listened, if y'all didn't know, this is the main reason why Hitler went after them. As soon as he overcame what he was doing, he stopped all of that fucking what's the I forgot what it's called. It's on the top of my tongue. When you take out credit and you got to pay it back, interest. He stopped interest because that's what was fucking him over there.
Right.
And he said it was the Jews that was doing it. So he was like, nah, it's a dub. And this is why they had all of them concentration camps and all of that. This is why Hitler was doing what he was doing because that's what he felt. So back to your question about segregation. If we were able to not be killing each other the way we are, we would be fine with just in ourselves. Because if you notice, it was a plan to put Chinese, Arabs, everybody else in black communities so the dollar could leave the community like that.
That's right.
That's a fact. It was done. And this was all strategically done by the
Absolutely.
government. They was
Absolutely.
like, you as a black man, you ain't going to get no loan to open up a store in your community, but we going to give it to fucking
That's
Hu
right.
Lang Chim.
That's right.
Or we going to give it to
Kim Lee.
Habib.
That's right.
We going to give it to them because
That's
when
right.
they make your money, they going to put it in our white banks out of your community.
Yeah.
And that was all a plan. And we know, like, a lot of people think we don't know, but we know what time it is.
I wish that because we knew better that we would do better. And I think that if we would be better as a community, black people, if they would pay it,
I think a lot of people do pay attention and know,
Yeah,
but it's just that some dudes don't want to. I think subconsciously we've been so brainwashed to not be together and want to be for ourselves and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that we don't understand like the severity of us not sticking together.
Right.
Because you see how other communities, you could go to a Chinese community where everything is Chinese, you could go to a Jewish community where everything is Jewish, you could go to an Arab community where everything is Arab, you could go to a Middle Eastern community where everything is Middle Eastern.
Together.
But in the black community, every store is not black. Every store.
Yeah.
The only store that you might see black is a weed store.
Yep, and maybe clothing, maybe some for gays clothing line,
something like that. Yeah,
they might have a for gays clothing line in the hood or something like that.
But we don't have a whole
strip
black, mall of stores in our community like they have in these other places, and that tells you right there that segregation wouldn't be bad for us, but it's just the government would reluctantly give loans to the people to start their business, and they would make it harder for us. And that's the problem with us. Like people treat us so bad. Yeah, I'm gonna say this. I asked my mother, I said, Mom, why is we shout out to my moms, she's 76 years old in December. So shout out to my moms, love you, my only parent that I know. But I asked her, I said, Mom, why the hell are we persevere so much through everything and we still come on top and we invent everything. We everything a trend, everything is through us. We even built this country. The first wealth of this country was slavery, then cotton, then sugarcane and everything, all that. Why are we treated so bad and why are white people so petrified of us overcoming and being successful? And my mother said, if you believe in the Bible, it's a curse. She said, when Adam didn't listen and bit that apple from Eve being deceived by the serpent, those were God and everybody were black. There was no white people back then. Everybody was black. So she's saying this is what her perception of it was. And it made a lot of sense to me because I'm like, how are we such a powerful, persevering people, but we still get so persecuted by these white people and these other people. And it's like Chinese people and Arab people, they all look at us, all them blacks.
Right, and they know that we're superheroes.
Right,
like,
but
what
yet
is wrong with
they
that?
all want to be with a black person or they all want to have a black child or something, get
they
lips.
all want to skin
but
like
yet
us.
We're so bad.
Yes, facts.
My mom said it was a curse because not only have, since she bit the apple, and I'm speaking on biblical terms, but not only has since she bit the apple that now women have to face the pain of birth and go through all this shit we go through, we are going through what we're going through now. Why is black people had to be the ones to be the slaves that had to go through all of this to build this country? But then you got to realize how much more powerful we are. Only black people with this melanin could be in the fields working for 15, 16 hours. We're the strongest people. Like, when they were selling slaves back in the days, they would put bigger chains on the most burly, strong slaves. So if a slave had a big chain around his neck or on his shackles, that knew that slave was the strong one. If you got a lot of land or field you need plowed or whatever, you got to buy him. Right. Buy him. If they see that a woman is looking very, busty and everything like that, and they know they want to make more slaves because they just like a person get 2 dogs and breed dogs. Correct. They were breeding people. That's correct. Making a son sleep with the moms just to breed and have more of us. Even just to give the baby to a gator to lure gators in. That's why they call it gator bait. Little babies were luring alligators out for alligators to eat the babies, for them to catch alligators and make shoes and eat alligators. We were treated so horrendously and barbaric. So for all these other nationalities to be looking at us like we're savages, like what the fuck did y'all do? Right. Y'all should be happy that we only want equality and restitution for whatever and not revenge. Yes. Because you think all these young dudes out here running around shooting up, killing each other, if them guns were turned, y'all motherfuckers would be fucked. Yeah. Y'all
How
would be
we said
fucked.
that we could take over if black people would
I'm
only
telling you,
take-
yo.
They would if they would
And I'll be
only
saying this
take
to all
time
our
out.
young black men. Like, yo, y'all are our warriors. Y'all are our future soldiers. Y'all are our future engineers and doctors and everything. Stop dying so early, man. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, all
Stop
that
killing
bullshit,
each other.
smoking on this one on the pack, and y'all want to just
Yeah.
run down with your poo shiesties and shoot everybody up like dogs. Like, we don't have to kill each other, man.
Okay, so speaking of Pooh Shiesty, so I had no idea what that was or who he was.
Well, they're Pooh Shiesty masked.
Yes,
but
I had no idea.
They took it after him. I got Pooh Shiesty mask, Groundhog mask.
Of course you do. I know them from you. To be honest with you,
Facts.
I got to be honest with you. I know the Shiesty mask
Right.
from you wearing them.
Right. The groundhog gear out right now.
Groundhog gear. And I thought that the word shiesty came about again from us when we were children.
Well, yeah, we use that word shiesty.
We used the word
that nigga
shiesty.
shiesty, or that shit
Right.
shiesty.
So I just figured that
Right.
was something that we
Nah, but Pooh
ironically
Shiesty, it kind of came
is
from
a
his
person.
name. Yeah.
So I didn't know.
But he went to jail and he was
I
gone
see.
for a little while. So when he came back and this whole thing happened with Gucci, now he's getting all of the publicity that he should have got. Because I didn't even know he was home.
That whole thing is a mess.
Yeah,
That
it is
situation
bad.
is a mess
It's bad.
right there with this
And
young
Gucci
man.
put the song out, so you know what they saying he did. The guy did it because
Yeah.
Gucci said it in a rhyme.
Yeah.
And Gucci don't be lying. That nigga's he's a mental case. Like he has schizophrenia, bipolar.
Oh, he
that
has
runs in
mental
my
health
family
illness.
too.
He has mental health illness.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He's schizophrenic, bipolar.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why his wife, when he starts going through his episodes, she shuts down all of his social media so he don't do something crazy online.
Wow.
Yeah, that nigga, he's kind of crazy. Not kinda, but crazy. And
Okay.
that runs in my family. That happened to a couple of my family members and my young nephew. He suffers from it now at a young age, and I feel so bad for him. But I'm nervous around him because they could do anything. They'll kill you.
So let me ask you something. How does that affect? Why is that affecting? Why are you saying that affected Gucci Mane in his music
Because when you
and what he wrote?
Because a schizophrenic person is not gonna lie about what happened.
Oh, you're saying his mental health made him be truthful.
He ain't gonna lie. He gonna say what he say. I know they all say, "Oh, he's snitching." He's expressing himself in his rhymes. That's what hip hop is. You expressing what
Absolutely.
happened. That's when you go through something. That gives you the energy to come up with stuff. Why you think Taylor Swift doing so well? Every relationship that failed, she made a whole album about them
Absolutely.
motherfuckers, and it went fucking super platinum.
Diamond, right,
Diamond or
right.
whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Gucci Mane having this sickness, he ain't lying. That nigga did do that shit. Dumbass nigga, I don't give a fuck what you felt. You came home from jail from
That
doing
was
some
just
dumb shit,
so
and
dumb.
now you want to get out the contract.
And do
'cause
some dumb
You
shit
could have
again.
easily negotiated with the guy.
It was so many different ways he should have handled that.
Yeah, man.
That just showed his level of immaturity, and I really feel bad for him as a 26-year-old young man that was supposedly be so talented. Definitely was very handsome, is very handsome, and it's sad that
He probably very handsome in jail too to
Yes,
some
he's-
motherfuckers. That's
yes.
probably why they want to go back.
It's so
You
sad.
never know.
It's
This
so
gay
sad.
community is so big. You don't know who's really a straight or a gay nigga.
No, this is
Honestly,
true, too. Yeah,
so a nigga know if he in jail, he could be with his man friend or his boyfriend or his lover, and it'd be okay. But outside, niggas got to be hiding they shit. Because sometimes you got to think, why would a nigga getting all of this money? You see him online, he got all this jewelry, all this money, all these cars, everybody loving him. Your song came out, it went damn near diamond
What's
real
the
quick.
song? The L.O. First Day Out.
First Day Out.
Yeah.
Fire, I listened to it.
Me
I like
too.
it.
Me too.
Why would you fuck that up and go after your label boss
It doesn't
with
make
your
sense.
peoples to
And you
extort
gotta,
it?
and you got on an ankle bracelet.
You got to be either retarded
Yeah, that's what I said.
or you
gotta
just
be
want to go back to
retarded.
jail.
Yeah.
You either retarded or you want to go back
I
to jail
said
to
the
your
same-
lover.
I said the same exact
Why would you
thing,
do
bro.
that?
I didn't say about him being with
You
the
could have
lover,
went. He
but-
could have went online and just bashed him and like how the Locks did that. We won out. Did he get us off the contract?
Or
He could
shoulda
have did
just
that.
listen, go to the man and deal with the man like a man.
Right.
Go and deal with him and sit down with him
Yup.
like a man. You was already on your way. You already
Once
in
you got
the
out of
door.
jail and that song went that out of here, you
You
could have
didn't even
easily
need-
negotiated with that
Shoulda
nigga. You could have went in there like,
easily
listen,
negotiated. Yes.
you
Listen.
see I'm back.
Yes.
This is the type of love I'm getting. And I heard he was going to be off that ankle monitor soon.
Oh my God.
He ain't have long
man.
on
So
that shit.
Stupid.
So it's like you either dumb or you want to go back to jail to your lover, nigga.
And you know what's so crazy is that today they're taping everything. So they taped it. They taped the watches. They taped
Everything.
the check. It's
How
like,
you- look, I'm smoking on this pack. You know, a lot of these guys, because I be on YouTube a lot and I watch a lot of shit.
I do too. I watch a lot of stuff too. It's like amazing.
And I'm telling you, like, these guys, when they go out there and they commit these murders of these other rappers, they will go right on their lives and practically tell on themselves.
Yes.
I cannot understand this shit. And see, this is why from our era, a lot of shit happened. And you see why the internet is buzzing so much off of the stories from back in the days.
Oh, yeah.
Because nobody knew.
That's right.
Everybody want to hear what happened. They
something.
only speculated it in the hood, but now online, you got all these niggas with these shows that's talking about the preems and all of the shit that happened.
You took it out of my mouth. I was getting ready to say, do you know how many guys from my hood, from Southside Jamaica, Queens, that I'm trying to get them to come here on my show, and a lot of them want, and this is older guys. We're talking about Supreme Team era guys. Exactly. And they are not, they're like, yo, Nick, not right now. Like, I'm not ready to give up my not ready to give up my story yet.
But see, and with you saying that, I feel them, but there's no statute of limitation on murder, right? There's no statute of limitation on murder. No. So they don't want to get up here. But you don't have to get on a platform and run your mouth like that.
No.
But I think some of these guys are just waiting for the bag. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they got some news or some dirt that they could put out there. They waiting for the right platform to get the money. Because if they telling you not right now, then when? When is the right time? Because you could die and nobody ain't gonna know it.
I have had some say not right now. I have had one guy say to me, my story ain't over yet, and I ain't ready to give it yet. I said, okay. That's weird to me, but whatever. Everybody got their own reasons.
Everybody
got their own reasons, but you know, if you from the hood.
When Prince came home, he was on Mad Podcast telling his story.
I'm gonna get Prince here on my show.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And I know you know, like I know this man knew, yo, they need to hear what I got to talk about. And he got on Mad platforms. And he's one of the main dudes out of back in the days. If it ain't Preem, it's Prince. It was Alpo, who he told his story. He got killed. But you know, these is the main guys that is so many YouTube videos about what they did back in the days. So for them guys to come home and they be the main, you know, so you hear it from the horse's mouth. Yeah. The main horse to come home and tell his story and what happened back then after doing 32 years. Because he did 32 years.
Yes, he did.
Right? How is some other guys that wasn't even on his level talking about, I don't want to tell my story yet.
Yeah,
you should be happy somebody want to hear your story.
Yes,
come on, man. You're not infamous like that.
They dropped the bag behind that a few times because they got too ahead of themselves. Don't get too ahead of yourself.
You wasn't that big back in the days, bro. Everybody wasn't talking about you like that.
Yeah, let me ask you, how about T.I. new song? Let them know. You
talking about the one with the video with the whole band in it and stuff?
I don't know if he had a band in it. I only watched the
It's about his family, right? It's called Family something.
No, this one is called Let 'Em Know.
I don't think I even heard that.
That's some song. I guess he was directing that to
50?
Yeah.
Well, I seen the video.
Can we bring that song up? Can we bring that up?
I seen the video to the one where he was talking about his family. It's called Family something.
Oh, that one is actually really good too.
Yeah, I like that one. I always like T.I.
Me too.
But you know what? I feel another way because I be in Atlanta a lot.
Okay.
I feel like T.I. has a little issue with us New York niggas, man.
All right, talk to me about that. Because that's some hood shit. Talk to me about that.
Why you trying to diss New York and talking about, I want smoke with any New York artist? But as soon as Busta stepped up, now you trying to say Busta is out your age bracket? Yo, rap is rap.
T.I. said that?
When Busta said, yo, I want all the smoke. T.I., what's up? Let's do it. I'm going to bust your ass. You my nigga, I love you, but I'm going to bust your ass. You know what T.I. said? Yo, aren't we, you know, he tried to get in his little political voice. Well, aren't we a little bit of an age gap here? And what? What do you mean?
Right, Busta Rhymes.
Exactly.
He wanted to do the verses with 50, though.
50, like, dogs, you ain't even on my level yet, man. Get out of here. Like, T.I.'s big, but T.I. didn't go diamond. Right. T.I. don't have hit series all over all of the networks.
I don't know.
You had your little family show, which was cool.
Come on. With Boo Boo on that now.
Come on. Power is the Power universe and all of the things that 50 done done is way bigger. And T.I. been in some big movies.
Yeah.
He been in some big movies, so he's a good actor.
He got some big bread off of that lawsuit now. That was a good.
Which lawsuit?
Remember the Bratz doll or something like that?
Oh, I didn't know that.
He got some big bread. Okay. T.I. got I don't know if it's 8 or 80. Like he got some big money off of that.
Oh, that's right, because his daughters was like the Brats or something like that.
Somebody did something that took their daughter.
But I like T.I., but I don't like the fact that a lot of South niggas be trying to like I don't know why
he
niggas
was
is.
coming. I think, but you know what it is, New York, because of who we are.
Yeah.
It's because of who we are. It's like that everywhere we go. Even as not being just being regular people, we're not even celebrities like that.
But Platinum,
And
you
when
got to
we
think
go-
about it too. When we was doing our thing and the crack era happened, mind you, the government brought crack into the neighborhoods.
Absolutely.
Black people were just able to know how to be pharmaceutical
That's it,
motherfuckers.
finagle it.
Before Novo Nordisk and all of these
Yeah.
other motherfuckers,
Yeah.
it was black niggas in the hood knowing how to cook that shit
That's
up and
correct.
double it up and flip
Correct.
these ounces and sell them keys. And that was the
Correct.
CIA bringing that shit in through Ricky Rose.
Right.
Rick Ross.
Yeah,
the
I
real
was-
Rick Ross.
Listen, all I did was count dollars back
Exactly.
then. That was what I was. It's so funny when we talk about that growing up in the hood and girls and you know what we did. I wasn't a bag up girl. That was never my thing.
Right. You was
know what I'm
counting the
saying?
money.
Yeah, I was really moving and shaking, and then I'm counting money.
Okay.
And what I learned in Southside Jamaica, Queens, I went to Far Rockaway and got money out there. And I was a kid. I went to Far Rock like 14.
Okay. Well, 14 is around the time when you start really feeling yourself and you starting to branch out and not be a little kid under mom and dad and you trying to find yourself. That's why I be on my 14-year-old, but I want to let him spread his wings too.
Yeah.
Because, you know, he's a good kid. He's doing very well in school. He's an excellent basketball player. I love my kids, man, and I want them to experience life and not try to like, you know how some, like in the Caribbean world, the parents be so hard on their kids that they'll go out there and do
Caribbean?
No.
Okay.
But my first, what I thought was my firstborn, my first son, he's Caribbean, and this is why I have the Trinidadian connection and stuff like that.
I'm a Trinidadian.
Yeah, when I go to Trini,
Yeah.
I drive around Trini like I live there. Like I
Oh,
don't,
you think here's a big tick when you, oh, excuse me.
Oh, good.
Oh, God.
I know about that. But shout out to Miki out there in Trinidad. We got some business we got to handle and stuff like that. But I just recently found out a few years back that this son I've been raising wasn't my kid.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I was married to his mom's.
Wow.
And I caught her cheating. She moved back to Trinidad and I just started flying him back and forth. I started going back and forth, going out there a lot, sending money all the time. And just a few years back, I went to DNA test all of my kids because I was opening up businesses in their names. So yeah, I'm about legacy.
Right.
So I'm like, look, I'm about to open up a business with this one. I'm gonna do this, that, but I need to like DNA test everybody to make sure. And turns out he not mine.
Why? He didn't know either.
He didn't know either.
Oh, that's
so
so
it
sad.
it only didn't just fuck me up, it fucked him
How
up.
old is he?
Now he'll be 29 this year.
But you still, I'm
But
sure, y'all still.
I found out when he was 27. I just
Oh,
found out.
God.
I took care of him all his life.
So-
He's still my son.
Of course, of
but
course.
his moms can't be forgiven for that. Like now his pops, who's really his pops, died. That's his brother's father. So his brother know his father, but he don't know his father because his mom's lied about me being his dad this whole time. So she didn't only just shorten me of a legacy, she didn't stopped him out of knowing his other
father.
sibling.
That's sad,
And
yeah.
it's fucked up. And some women be like, oh, I'm sorry. But yo, you did a lot. There's a
Right.
lot behind all of them years of that lie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I'm all about legacy, man. I still love him and everything like that.
Good.
But his daughter's not really my granddaughter. I'm out here saying, oh, got a granddaughter, I'm a grandfather, all proud. And it's all a lie. That shit
Wow.
ain't cool.
No, it's not.
That shit
It's
ain't
not.
cool at all, man.
It's not.
So,
I'm sorry that
like I
happened
said,
to
I
you.
got other kids that I've raised and helped raise and financially supported, but biologically, I have two sons, and that's what I have. And that kind of that's kind of disheartening to me because I thought I had three sons and a granddaughter,
Right.
But now I don't because of a lie.
Right.
You feel me? So
Wow. Yeah, that is
it's just
disheartening.
foul.
And it's wrong to do. It's wrong when
it's a lot of
women
people putting
do
jackets
things that-
on dudes because
Yeah.
they wanna go fuck with old boy over there, and then they want to be with the dude that they know is the responsible one that gonna take
Of
care
course.
of the
Of
thing.
course.
So it's a little dig, but at the same time, I feel like, you know what, I am the responsible one that's a provider and always done the right thing by my children or what I thought was my children. So that's cool to think of it in that way, but that shit is horrible. The fact that I don't have my firstborn or my granddaughter.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
It
and you
is.
just can't forget that.
No,
it's
of
not something
course
you just
not.
forget. And if you keep funding that, then that means what her lie is good. And you just perpetuating that her lie and any other woman that's pinning the baby on the responsible guy. That's nah. Tell a dude from the gate, like, yo, it's a possibility that this child ain't yours. Or
correct.
now going forward, everyone should get a DNA test at birth. That should be mandatory. because it's too much of that going on. It's a guy that just killed his wife because she found out his 4 kids ain't his. All 4 is not his.
See
so while he going to work, working his ass off, breaking his ass, you fucking Johnny from downstairs or up in the attic, and you pinning all these kids on this man, and then he found out he bodied her.
Wow.
Bodied her, and I ain't even mad at him.
See? Y'all see how life is?
I ain't even mad at that nigga.
You know, and it's
you
true,
don't do
it's
no
horrible.
shit like that.
It's horrible. Women
You could have been with the guy
that.
and let him know, like, listen, babe, this and that, but I've been with such and such, and this is not your kid, and all that. Because with all of this welfare and all this shit going on, every woman gets help with their child. Especially when you get children, you get more help.
Yeah.
So you pinning a baby on another dude when you really caring about another dude. You don't care about this nigga. You just care about what he can provide for you. But you fucking and making love to this other man and bringing his loin into this world, but you pinning it on another nigga?
Yeah, that's just foul. That's just nasty work. Yeah,
it's unacceptable.
That's just nasty work. And you know what? I think that it has to do with that's just a bad person. You know what I'm saying? That's a horrible person to be like that, because it has nothing to do with you, and you're selfish. It's selfish because you're not just hurting the child, you're hurting the man. Like, it's 3 other people involved.
Right.
You, the granddaughter, and the son.
Yep.
And the man that died.
Yep.
And the son.
And his other son, because they always had beef with each other, thinking that, this son is getting more from what his father did for him. But turn out, y'all got the same fathers. But the mother been lying all this time, pinning him on me, and I'm being a provider. But you know what made me kind of like
bad luck
be calm? Because one year he flew up here, that's the brother, and he said to me, he said, "Yo, World, like, I want to thank you because everything that you've done for Miki, it was for all of us." And I knew it. I knew, like, me sending money down there and sending clothes and doing all the shit I was doing, I know it was beneficial to everybody. When a man sends money to a household for his child, that money is provided for everybody in the house. So a woman can't say shit about, that ain't money, don't do nothing. No. Yeah, you using that money for all your children, but it's whatever. That's what a provider does. But the fact that a woman would lie all of these years, and then, so just say, for instance, if I was sick and I was in a hospital and I needed one of my kidneys from my child, and then I'm in there and I got an older son, he got 2 kidneys, let me get one. And it turns out that I found out that way. And there's a lot of men finding out that way.
Oh, yeah,
that blood ain't the same blood.
That's right.
That ain't your bloodline. Yeah. And that's how important that shit is.
Yeah.
You feel me? And that's why I think Nick Cannon is having so many babies. For one, he's rich, he could do that. But he has a kidney disorder.
Yes.
So the more kids you have out there, they all got 2 kidneys.
Yeah.
So as an old man, if you want to preserve your life, get your kid. You got fucking 10 of them.
Yeah.
That's 20 kidneys.
Yeah.
Get a kidney from one of them. They want to, as they grow old, they're going to want to be in his good graces to inherit whatever it is he leaving for them. So if you need a kidney, get one of your kids. And that's the whole thing. That's why he's breeding so much.
Yeah.
So it's important for us to breed for multiple reasons. So when a woman pins mad other niggas' babies on a dude, yo, that's unacceptable.
No,
it
is unacceptable. I agree.
That's
I agree
120%. And that's why I made that song Go Bay Bay. Okay. Go Bay Bay. Because in the song I say, raised the boy to a man and he wasn't even my baby.
Yeah.
You want some sneak shit. You take my kindness for weakness because my pocket's the deepest. You was lining me with sweetness, but your sour love got me smoking sour bud. And I want you out in the hour, bitch. Relationship is a dub. That's what all that shit is about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so how's that going? How's your music going? What's going on
the music is great. Like, I got a project coming out right now called Worldarama's Vision. Actually, I just signed the imprint with my guy H, Ambassador H, and all of them through Sony. And so the Cold World single is being re-released through Sony and Ambassador H and all of them. That's coming out. I got the They Love World project is out right now, just for downloads with my guy DJ Weighty Wolf. I got a new Caribbean single out with Blue Lion, Blue Lion. It's called Blessings
like
Account.
Blue Lion.
Yes, we got a record out.
Blue Lion is dope.
He's fire, and we got we recorded half of it in Trinidad last year when we was at the carnival.
Okay,
so Blue Lion was out there, and me and Crucial was out there. So we went to his hotel, and I got the footage. You know what I'm saying? So it's out there right now. And then we came back to the Bronx maybe a few months later, and then we finished it off, and now the single's out.
All right, that's
You know
what's
what I'm
up.
saying? We gonna pull up on VP Records. They having something that day. Bruckup sent me something about VP Records on the 18th. So I told Blue Lion and Crucial, yo, since we got this new single, this Caribbean single, we might as well pull up and go crazy in front of that shit and go wild. So we gonna be there April 18th in front of VP Records. You know what I'm saying?
Right, that's what's up.
Yeah, man, that's what's going on. Then I got the movies out. I'm in Lucy the movie that's on Tubi right now.
Okay, wait a minute. Tell me about that. What's that
Yeah,
about?
I play the cousin of the main character. The main character, his name is Jay, and he's the guy that played the young dude. Remember in Belly when DMX was geesing the dude? Like, oh, yo, you let him talk to you like that? He shot the dude. Well, that's Jay Paris.
Okay.
I play his cousin. My character name is Black, and that's on Tubi
like
right
I
now.
know Jay Paris.
Yeah, you do. You do. He played in a lot of movies lately. You do know him. Jay Paris. If you look him up on Instagram when we finish this interview, I know you know him. You know everybody.
That's
you know
what's
what
up.
I'm
I'm glad that you got a chance to do all of these
That's
things.
a fact.
Tell me, I want to know, how long have you been doing your Grind Hard TV?
Grind Hard this year is the 22nd anniversary.
I was gonna say 33 for
Yeah,
some reason.
I ain't up there. That's Uncle Ralph. I ain't up there with Ralph yet, but I'm right behind him and shit.
Yeah.
Shout out to my guy DWI too, because he's another one. He's the pod father.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I always say it's Video Music Box, then it's Grind Hard, but it's Video Music Box, then it's DWI, then me.
Okay.
That's how it happened, back then, where everybody was all hoopla over Ralph McDaniels and Video Music Box, and then I remember DWI doing his thing, and then Grind Hard, we started our thing. So this is my 22nd anniversary. You know what I mean?
Good. Well, that's good. I'm glad. I like to feel like I'm an original podcaster too, because I think my first podcast was, what year was that, Mr. Newborn? What year was my first podcast out? I'm talking to the producer. He's actually the producer on the first show that I had, the Platinum Lunchbox. Yeah. That was in 2016?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Grind FM.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up.
It was dope.
It took me a little while to get into podcasting though, because me, I was more so just filming celebrities, interviews, and live performances and videos.
Yeah.
But then it was a girl named Stella Steph that she came to me one day. It was a show called Project Life. I don't know if you remember. That was out of Brooklyn. It was when web series was really big.
Was out,
It was Money and Violence.
Money and Violence. Pray Before You Eat.
Yep. It was what's the other one from East
Paper
New York?
Chaser.
What's the one with Pop and all of them from Show and Films?
That's my boys from Queens.
Nah, Pop and them. Well,
Pop is from Queens.
He live in East New York. They from East New York.
I'm sorry.
Project Heat.
Yeah, Project Heat. That is
right.
well, Pop family is from Queens though.
Yeah, I know.
But he
I know.
does live in he's supposed to come to my show.
Yeah,
Pop's supposed to come to
shout
my
out
show.
to Pop, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out
Pops
to him.
show up
I
all
went
of
to the premiere of Project Heat.
That's what's up. Yeah, so,
I did a couple of movies back then as well.
oh yeah?
Yeah.
Name some of them so I can watch them, because I'll be in the house watching shit.
Easter Sunday.
Yeah?
It's
On what?
so good.
Where's
You can
that?
find it on YouTube.
Okay.
That
Easter
was
Sunday.
an RH Bless Block Exchange production. It was about some boys that went away to the Shea Stadium on Easter and got into some trouble. It's a true story.
That happened all the time back in the days.
It was from Red Hook. And
I'm in a Red Hook series too. They got a series about Red Hook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in episode 2 and 4. I perform one of my records in the joint, and it's Method Man's daughter's in that, and his son, and it's a couple people. Yeah, we in that too. Red Hook
so
series.
Easter Sunday's best. I did Miseducated. Bless is gonna kill me. I think it's Miseducated or Uneducated, something like that. A series that he did. I did too. I was in that twice.
Right.
Yeah, I did a couple of things. Paper Chase.
You in some stuff. I'm gonna look them all up now because I was in a car accident in January.
I'm
this
so
is why I was
sorry to hear
was on the
that.
Long Island Railroad, and my car that car's a dub, and since Geico was trying to go so crazy on insurance, I figured let me wait a little while before I put my other cars on the street, because I got other V's. I just don't got them on the street. So I ride the bus and the train. I'm in New York. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But it's like I lost my train of thought right now. But damn, what the fuck was I talking about?
I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. That chain is really nice.
Oh yeah, shout out to my guy. Shout out to my guy. You know what I'm saying,
that Benny?
Sammy.
Oh, that's Sammy?
That's Sammy. Benny did he did my
Your
He did my
band?
wedding band and my wife's wedding band and all that. He did my other chain with my kids on it.
Yeah, I had
and
lost
shit.
this chain, and Benny, I gave him a picture of it. I had got this chain 25 years ago, and I lost it when I went to the derm, and he made it for me, and then he gave me this one as a wedding gift.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Benny. Oh, speaking of that, did you hear about that guy, Johnny Dang? He sold like $200 million in fake jewelry to all these rappers. He just got bagged. I just seen that shit online. Johnny Dang, that Chinese guy that's always going like this.
Right.
That nigga, all his jewelry is costume jewelry.
Well, damn, he has some good looking costume
they said,
jewelry.
yeah, should be looking good. They said that this motherfucker caught niggas for over damn near $1 billion.
Where he at right now?
They bagged him. They arrested him and everything. Yeah,
They
they arrested him. They ran a
Wow.
in Houston. They raided his jewelry shop in Houston, and they found that all of the diamonds was fake. The jewelry wasn't real gold. All that mad shit. Mad shit. So,
Well, he goes down.
but look about how much money he made off of the hip hop community.
Yep.
How many rappers is out here buying
That's
jewelry, spending mad bread, thinking that they getting their right shit right? And he was the first. Obviously, if he been doing it that long, he was the first guy that had those costume diamonds where when you put the tester on it and it still tests like it's real. He was doing that shit for years.
Yes,
Because obviously, if them guys is paying $150,000, $200,000 for their chains, he obviously was showing them like, look, it's real, and he knew them shits wasn't real.
Yep.
And look how much money he made off of the hip hop community.
Wow.
So there you go. And he just got bagged. I just saw this yesterday.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Did you hear
Speaking of
about
chains.
the shooting on Right on Merrick by Floyd Flake Church?
Yeah, that some guy, and I seen people in the comments saying R.I.P. to such and such. They were saying some guy's name. They said him and his brother was killed. Not that day, but he said, I hope he's doing better up in heaven with his brother.
Wow.
So that guy, obviously he supposed to came to somebody's funeral and somebody who he had beef with saw him.
And shot him
was
right there by the hearse.
Killed
My
him.
thing is that, you really are heartless. Huh? People wake
Listen,
up in the morning
you know
and
what?
people don't have.
You're
But you
right.
know what I did learn? And let me say this because, I learned that you never know what it is. Okay, I'm going to say that. And I'm going to say that because we don't know what he did.
Exactly. So we never could say, oh, people's heartless, because that kid could have raped his little sister, could have shot his brother, or did something, and the nigga ain't seen him yet.
Yes.
Because you know what's up? I'm glad you brought that up, because since I be on YouTube watching a lot of stories about niggas from back in the days, that dude that was down with 50, dumb out guy, Maserati Fox.
Oh, F.O., that's my friend. I knew F.O.
But you know why he got killed, right? That dude, it was a guy in Baisley that got shot years ago, maybe like 15 years ago. Maserati Fox had something to do with it. He didn't do the killing, but he sent the niggas over there to do it. That guy who got killed in Baisley, his brother searched for that nigga for 15 years.
Yeah, I know about that. I heard about that.
That's why.
Yeah,
so you can't never tell no guy, oh, that beef is always over. Nah.
Right.
That nigga was his brother's keeper until the end.
Well, I know that's right because the nigga killed my sister.
Yeah. So
and I don't care if I'm 85, I'll pull up on him and I'm gonna kill him and everybody that he with
because that and
with
even that kid, the guy who killed him, he got caught years earlier hiding in the bushes to get Maserati Fox. But some lady saw him in the bushes and called the cops, and the dude got bad because he had the gun on him. He went to jail for a few years off that gun charge, came back and still went after him. He was like, I don't give a fuck what happens. As long as I'm alive, that nigga gotta die. So you can't put a stipulation on somebody wanting revenge. You kill somebody's brother, mother, son, kid, sister, what? You don't know how deep that goes. That's like when Alpo came home and he was telling all these stories about the niggas he killed.
And they killed him quick.
Exactly. You don't know how many of them.
The hood. You running around the hood like you ain't did
Yo, these
nothing.
YNs are the sons and nephews of the niggas that he killed.
That's correct.
And these niggas is gun boys.
That's right.
So you think you gonna ride through the hood trying to sell your little dope when you supposed to be in a fucking upstate somewhere as a informant hiding? You in the Harlem riding around flossing like back in the days.
He thought the time was going on. Nah, these niggas was creeping. They was
these
waiting.
little niggas is not jacking you.
Yeah, they wasn't
you
jacking
running around
that
here
at all.
talking about what you did in the past, but what you did in the past affected some of these little niggas that grew up without their fathers or their uncles that you killed, and you out here bragging about it.
Yeah.
You gotta go, my nigga. That's it.
I was shocked when I saw that, and I said, I can't believe this dude is outside running around like that.
When you're supposed to be in some witness protection program, but you in Harlem Harlem flossing, getting on interviews. Yo, I'm
in big
Alpo.
cars. Yeah, he was doing him.
Dogs, is
He
you
was doing
serious?
his big one.
I guess he
Yeah.
thought he was Superman and bullets
He
couldn't
did.
penetrate his flesh or something.
He did. He thought he
You
was.
killed
he
too
thought
many
he was
people
gonna
to
do
be
that.
out here bragging about it when all these young YNs is now young men with guns.
Yeah.
They all got guns.
And they bout it, and they not scared.
Nope.
They not
Niggas is
scared to
shooting.
shoot. These little young dudes is not scared to shoot.
Niggas is shooting.
Yeah, I heard. It was some. They were saying. What's her name? Erica Ford.
Right.
I seen something online with her saying 50 was the reason why the YNs was running through Southside. 50 said, I'm a law-abiding citizen, miss.
Right.
You know? So I know at the end he had made a statement saying that someone had slapped her, Troy slapped her, but we apologizing for that, Erica Forby. He's not that person anymore.
Right.
You know.
But you know, back in the days, it was real though, man. It was real back in the days, and you couldn't easily just come out and do whatever and say whatever. I remember back in the days during the drug era, like, yo, there was a time where you had to kiss your family goodbye every time you went outside, because you don't know if you coming back.
Yeah.
So I praise that I made it. Because when I was 19, I was stabbed 20 times.
Right.
Back and forth beef with niggas.
Wow.
I got they caught me slipping. You know what I mean? Shout out to that bitch ass nigga that ain't hand me the gun out the window, but you know what I'm saying? I was caught slipping and niggas stabbed me 20 times and I almost died. The year I graduated high school. As soon as I graduated high school, I was stabbed after that over some beef. And I almost died.
At 17.
I was 19 when I
19.
graduated. You know, I was late. I got left back when I was in the second grade, and I went to jail my freshman year in high school. And then I wanted to stay in high school because my mom's never had none of her children graduate from high school or go to college before me, because I got two older siblings before me.
Okay.
And they didn't graduate high school and stuff. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got a caller?
Yeah. Caller.
Yeah, that's what I usually do when I do my podcast. Somebody call me, I'll get on it and put them on speaker. Let's go. But so that's what it was. And back in the days, man, it was real. So I think 50 changed his life around. He's still using that technique as far as beefing online for exposure, because that's what it is. And you got to know how to change with the times. But I feel like back then you had to be wild and grimy to get out, to get what you needed to get. And now that you're older and you made it, because he about to turn 50, I think. 50 about to be 50.
He's 50 already.
Oh, so he'll be 51.
He should be 50.
So
he might be 52 or something.
No. 50. I'm older than 50.
Oh,
so
okay.
he must have just turned 50. You know what I'm saying? So like back then you had to do the things you had to do to survive. But now that you're here and you older and you made it, like you can't be out here doing that. And plus the times is different with all of this forensic evidence and cameras everywhere and speed trap, red light, bus stop, bus this, everything camera. Like this is not the time to do crime. So I don't understand why these YNs is out here going crazy, doing wild crimes that's on camera, and then get on a live and talk about it. And then want to say, oh, no snitching. What? You already snitching.
Right.
You snitched already.
On yourself,
yeah.
too.
You
they
snitched
show the
already.
watches that they stole. They showing the chains. They coming out.
You can't be online trying to get publicity of crime that you've done and then say no snitching. Bro, you already told on yourself. Because the courts is already up with the times. So they're going into your rhymes. They're listening to your lyrics. They go into your social media accounts.
Absolutely.
They're watching to get these cases solved. Aside from the informants that they got, because you know the government is paying mad money to these informants.
Absolutely.
There's some of these informants that you see is out there doing well, got nice cars and all that. They're informants. That's their job. Their job is to be in the hood with the goons for people to think that they down and they real, and they snitching. That's like the guy who got what's the dude from Chicago who went down? The guy who had the dreads, the young rapper. His name was, I forgot his name, but his man that went away and did 5 years or whatever came home and was an informant and had a microphone in his chain. And every time he was around him and them niggas was talking, they got him. And that's how, aside from all of the other evidence that they got from when he put a hit out on the one of the killers that killed King Von.
Oh, one of those guys.
Lil Durk. Lil Durk is his name.
I was going to say Lil Durk, but I wasn't sure.
That's him.
Yeah,
he got killed because he had an informant. A nigga that was down with his crew that he looked at as an OG nigga that did some dirt and went to jail, came home, he gave a nigga like 50 or 80,000, jewelry, all that. This nigga was an informant. So I don't know what y'all niggas thinking y'all doing out there, but yo, everybody's an informant or everybody's snitching nowadays. So it's like, just do what you do to get your money and take care of your family, man, because you ain't gonna do much and get away with it. Because everybody out here is telling, it's too much cameras, it's mad forensic evidence. You can't go against DNA. You can't go against that. And everything you do is you leaving DNA.
Right.
Anywhere you go and you touch anything, your DNA is left there. You spit on the ground. You shoot a nigga and spit, that DNA, they gonna get that.
Absolutely.
And they gonna know that it was you there. Or what was you doing here? Hey, Barshawn, what was you doing here at this day? Because we got some DNA from you on the evidence. You could have just been there, that was standing there, nigga got blamed and you spit and got up out of there. Your spit was there. Your DNA's there. They're gonna forensic that and they're gonna bring you in. And you probably be the one to fucking tell. Oh, it wasn't me, but I seen such and such. He pulled up on him and he blamed him while he eating McDonald's.
That's how it be. And they online telling it while they going to McDonald's.
Exactly.
So what you got coming up next, World? What are you into right now?
Well, tonight I'm Groundhog TV because I wear two hats. I'm not only Worldarama.
Do you do Groundhog TV? When do you film that?
Wherever I'm at.
And you do that basically every
wherever
day.
I'm at. If I go live
in the hoods,
I'm
right?
film everywhere. I'm everywhere with it. Yeah. But like right now, Groundhog TV is live on YouTube and on Instagram. And tonight I'm gonna also be filming at a party at Shark Bar in Harlem.
Okay.
Sue's Demigod, her birthday. We was out in South by Southwest. You know what I'm saying? She's another R&B dope artist that got a lot of shit going on. She's networking, doing with a lot of people, and I support her. And we supposed to do a lot of records together. We didn't get to that yet, but it's going to get to that. But she has a dope voice. She's dope. She's a good person. So I support her. So tonight we're going to be at her party. Groundhog TV will be filming it. And I may perform and do 1 or 2 songs and shit for her birthday and whatever.
I was going to make you perform a little bit here.
I can.
You see I got the mic right here.
Yeah,
you like that?
Hell fucking yeah.
So I said,
I like your studio. This is dope.
Thank you.
This is fire. Like I'm gonna send a couple of people your way to come and get interviewed on your show because this shit is a dope ass environment. When I Googled it and I seen where it was at, and I'm like, all right, so this is nice, a nice residential area. But I knew already. I know what niggas be doing to their basements and turning they shit. Because I go to the studio in Queens. I got to shout out to my guy, Mixed by Design. Mixed by Design, his studio is off of Farmers in Linden.
Okay.
So people, when I bring people over there, they be like wondering, oh, it's a residential area. But then when they go to the basement and they see it's a whole built out studio, they be like, oh, like yeah, nigga. Exactly. This is when I came down. I was like, oh, this shit is nice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So shout out to you, man, having an official studio and shit like that.
Your girl
you know
Platinum.
Yeah. You doing your thing, man. All we gotta do is get more people knowing what time it is. That's it.
Well, thank you for coming through. World. You're my first guest. You're
Word?
my first guest.
Yeah.
You are my first official guest. I had a little setback. I was supposed to start early in March. I had some death in my family and all
Sorry
that.
to hear that. R.I.P.
Yeah, so that has set me back a little bit. But I said, I'm booked until I think July already.
Okay, see, there you go.
Yeah, already.
And I ain't gonna front, when people come through and they see when they sitting in your studio, they're gonna be pleasantly surprised. Y'all see already. Like I'm here. Look, y'all see ground. We in here. This shit nice.
Yeah, it's definitely nice.
Shout
Thank
out
you
to
so
Platinum
much.
Plus, you already know. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hood Pass.
So let's get on. Let's give us one of what's your latest song right now?
Again, like I said, I got the record out with Blue Lion and them, but that's a feature. I'm only rapping on that. I got the Cold World out that's being re-released through Sony, and I got the Can't Wait that I'm performing on the Red Hook series.
Okay.
Yeah, we could do that if you want to do that.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do whatever. You know
what I'm saying?
You feel comfortable with doing.
I'm comfortable with everything I got. Every song I got, I'm good with. But are you
still in the same studio I came to in Brooklyn? How's Math?
Math, he don't do that no more. I don't think he has S Street Media anymore. But I still have a bunch of archived episodes on Math S Street Media YouTube channel. Okay. But I don't think Math does the S Street Media thing anymore. Like he's went and started doing his own thing with his working and stuff like that. So I don't know if S Street Media is still active in that studio.
Oh, okay.
But I know when you go to YouTube and you type in Groundhog TV podcast, I got about maybe fucking 30 or 40 episodes still. Lined up on his joint. So I'm archived on a lot of different people's platforms, and I'm on a bunch of different platforms. Every Thursday and Friday, I'm on Rough Riders Radio, iHeart, and Spotify from 10 to midnight every Thursday and every Friday.
I had a slot on Rough Riders.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So what happened?
I was going to go on with Grandmaster Vic.
Oh, okay.
That's how that was going down. And you know.
Well, you'll be on it again because I take the audios off of this and I put them on Rough Riders. So next week, this will be on there.
Yeah, shout out to the Rough Riders.
Shout out to Miss Info, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the whole crew over there. You know what I mean? Y'all niggas is doing y'all thing, and I appreciate y'all giving me this opportunity to do what I do. So
thank you
hard.
for coming by and sharing this time with us today.
You know
and
shout out to Blue and Lazarus that ain't make it because y'all niggas be running late. So, you know what I mean? Y'all will get up here in the next time.
Yeah.
Because I can send people your way.
Yeah,
that,
definitely.
You know what I mean? Got a lot of shit going on.
That'll be dope.
And everybody, watch me on Tubi, Lucy the Movie. Watch the Red Hook series that's on YouTube and it's on In the Black Network. And I got another movie coming out called Switch Hit, where I play an aggressive a bully, like a bum. A homeless bum, a homeless bully, I should say. You know what I mean? And I kind of like flip up somebody and rob them and shit like that. We supposed to be homeless, but I'm like a bully.
So when are these things coming out?
The Red Hook series is out right now on YouTube and it's on In the Black Network.
Okay, it's called the Red Hook series.
Season 2, yup. The Red Hook series is out.
And then
Season 2. And Lucy the Movie is on Tubi right now.
Okay, good.
You know what I'm saying? So everybody that be watching Tubi, I could just look up Lucy, Loosey, because it's about the cigarette trade. You know, when everybody was selling cigarettes and all that. About Lucy, yeah, that's what it's about. So I play again. I'm black. I'm the cousin of Jay, and Jay is the nigga that gets the cigarettes from the reservation plants and all that, and I'll be delivering them and shit like that. So it's what's the guys? It's a couple of people in it that you'll know. Like there's, you know, he got some well-known people in the joint that's in it. So
I need to give me a little role on the Red Hook series. You know,
the Red Hook series is. I don't know if they still shooting season 2. They might be done, but I know they're gonna do season 3 because they just closed a deal with In the Black Network, so they're gonna probably give them more series. But I'll plug you with the guys and send them to you to interview them and everything.
Yeah, that'll be good.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the producers of that. Nah, they doing their thing because every time they drop a new episode, that shit goes to like 10,000 instantly.
Oh, that's dope. All right, good. So let's get to it. Your boy
Worldarama, I'm here. So what? How I'm gonna send you the record or something like that? What we doing?
How you gonna play it? The music, right?
Yeah. Or what you wanted me to do? You wanted me to rap or something?
I wanted you to just
acapella or what? Yeah. Oh, I could do it right here. All right, so then I could do it right here.
No, I had liked it there. I liked the way it looked right there because I know that's kind of right, World.
Yeah, that's like a mic. It's like they call it a mic drop, but it's.
That's a condenser mic.
Yeah.
All right, so then just give us a little 16 bars, World.
All right.
This is from what?
This is what I performed on Red Hook series.
Okay.
I think it's episode 4, season 2. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can see me perform that on this. How bad I wanted this, I sit back and I reminisce back when I was a little kid. How bad I wanted to make it big, the glamour and of the glitz. That's why I really learned to spit. My lyrics peep the cleverness. It's better shit, more levels than yours. Yeah, I be really outside, but this was written indoors. It gets sticky like beehives when I be spitting them 4s, 8, 12s, and 16s. My shit's mean like mad dudes. Promoters, they book me and I get cream cause cash rules. Supporters, I'm really glad you potato heads, I'll mash you. It's greater later, you haters, stay on these nuts cashews. I'll blast you if I have to, you bleeding out, I'll laugh too. Don't try to stop me or I'ma eat and go. Fast food, Wendy's, chicken nuggets, think they fuck with what I'm spitting. Y'all biting what I'm writing. My flow whistle finger licking. I'm shitting when I'm done. Y'all rappers really must be dumb cause I'm coming. I want it all and I always stand tall and I pray to the Lord, of course, y'all. I can't wait to get on.
World song going off as common.
That's my people's calling and shit like that. You already know.
That's what's up. We gotta check you out.
Yeah.
Episode 4,
that single that's called I Can't Wait, and that's on that. I'm performing that on the Red Hook series. Y'all can see that on YouTube or in the Black Network. Season 2, 1 and 2 is out, but I'm on season 2. Produced by Blue Diaz. I got the whole Worldarama's Vision project coming out. That's produced by Blue Diaz. You know what I'm saying? And we got some shit going on. Don't forget about Blessings Account, Blue Lion, featuring me, Worldarama, and Crucial Mr. One Love, out right now. It's a lot of stuff we got going on. Just Google Worldarama. I'm very Googleable. You know what I'm saying? Worldarama. And we here. Thank you for having me on the show.
Thank
you know
you
what
for
I'm saying?
coming
I got
out.
my hood pass. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. You was #1 on my show. I appreciate you,
Word,
World.
I
Really,
appreciate
thank you
you
for
too.
coming out. Thank you for
Facts.
for your future people that you will be sending
Yes,
to me.
I
And,
will, definitely.
You know, yeah, I'm trying to make
Definitely.
it here too.
Nah, this is a dope ass setup. I ain't gonna front.
Got no hood pass, we don't ask, we assess every story that you heard. Got the truth under pressure from the streets to the stream. Yeah, we been that function, sign, seal, sent out.
A queuing at the black shin.